Perché non funziona? Ah, sì. Come faccio?
Hello.
Hello, what the fuck? Everybody was in the waiting room.
Oui.
Where were you? What was this this thing? Okay, now I don't know if there is some other people there. Okay, why Zoom every day? Every week you make my life. Okay, I guess that yes, there is some people waiting. I don't know how to. I have Margot who is waiting to enter, but I don't know how to do it. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to wait everybody to show up and I'm going to welcome them out of this waiting room, which I don't know how did I manage to activate.
Oh.
Okay, how are you everybody?
Good.
Good.
Are you ready? Okay, yes, I see people still coming in the, I have Margot who's waiting to enter and I just can't manage to make her inside of the room. Margot, are you here? Ah, okay. Okay, perfect. So I guess that, hi everybody. Today we have 3 new people. We have Kim. I saw her arriving. I don't know where you are, but I saw you enter. And then we have Evelyn. And then we also have Selena, which I can't recognize because I guess I never see her face because only from the Instagram. I guess that everybody's here. There is no more waiting room. I hope that I didn't screw this up. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do like this. Now I can see you, everybody. Ecco, Eva, I can see you, Evelyn. Did you manage to arrive with your daughter?
No.
No.
Bye. He said next time.
Next time. And I see you. Hi, Kim. Welcome. How are you? Fine. Okay, so everybody's here. I see everybody. And I guess that we have some people missing, but I have the impression that even the people who weren't there last time, then you can take the replay on the Patreon. So now I know how to do it. I can upload and leave it there. So hello also to the people in the reply. Okay, so one last thing that I want to do. Okay, so for the new participant, just a quick, can you hear me? Perfect.
Yes.
I have a very strange audio and I guess that I can't mute you right now. It's like now the new Zoom I can manage to find. So maybe you can mute yourself for the duration of the class, since then because background noises appears in everybody's audio, but as you know, but for news people, anytime during the class, remember that you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions if you need. You can ask them in the chat too, but the chat sometimes I can't see it because maybe we are talking and drawing. So maybe just take the courage, unmute yourself and ask. Okay, we have some people. I hope that everybody got the new time right. We will see. So for starting, for the new, every time we start with a small meditation just to come back in the place. Also for me, because like these technical issues like make it difficult to then to come back. So for today, and every time we do the meditation at the beginning, you will have your graphic journal handy in front of you, open or not, because often right after the meditation, we go straight to the first exercise, just a very quick warm-up exercise. So for now, we can sit nice and tall. I guess that today we are going to stay a little with our breath. So we are going to stand, sit nice and tall through the spine, and as usual, wherever your hands fall naturally, you're going to follow this position. Feel the more natural state of your hand, like on the legs, or more closer to your bust, or palm face up, or also you can have maybe your hands in your lap. We are going to settle in the breathing, just noticing. And when we start notice our breath is also slowing. We are going to play with our breath a little. I'm explaining to you. We are going to inhale 4 times, and then we are going to exhale 8 times. Every time you inhale, you will pump your belly out. You can maybe put your arms on your belly and then breathe in your hands. You know, you can feel your belly expand. And when you are going to exhale, we are going to draw the navel to the spine. So you can squeeze your belly and make the hair go outside. So we are going to start to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Gently relax your belly and the air will come inside. Breathe out. 8 times. Draw the navel to the spine. Relax your belly. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Navel to the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we breathe normally and we stay the eyes closed and we let resonate the sensation. If your hands are still on your breath, on your belly, I'm sorry, them on your knees. And now you're going to take your hand and put it on your heart. And maybe you're going to feel some warm feeling from your hands to your heart, or some warm sensation from the heart expanding. Maybe this warm sensation is expanding to the neck, to the shoulder. Feel the energy going down the boost and your legs and to the ground, but also up from the neck to the head. And maybe you feel this warm energy sensation from the heart, from the whole body and outside. You can maybe feel it expanded to the other participant of the class. And maybe you are feeling this energy expanding from the heart inside of your body. You can feel it from inside of your shoulder, inside of your arm. You can feel the inside of your hands, the inside of your belly, of your legs, of your feet on the ground or on the chair. And maybe you're feeling this energy expanding in the inside of your neck, of your face, and of your head. And while we bring the consciousness inside our body, and we breathe our own rhythm, we set an intention for today, what we would like to do, to learn, to be, to become from this afternoon. And when you're ready, take a deep breath, open your eyes, take your pen, write down your intention, and maybe the day of today, or your name, or I don't know what you want to start your page in the app with. And usually, I'm sorry, there were, oops. I'm sorry, Chiara, I just realized you were in the, sorry,
No problem.
you were in the waiting room. We just did
because I lost my password. I couldn't find it, so, but no problem.
Okay, so maybe you can just shake it out and breathe a little, and then we are starting the first exercise, so everybody's at the same place. What I would like to do, often we start with a self-portrait, but today I would like to do an exercise of copying an image. I would like to share my screen. How can I do this? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm going to. Maybe here. I'm so sorry. Yes. Thank you, Justine. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm so sorry. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we are going to take 2 minutes to just copy a painting from Nicole Eisenman. Okay, how can I do? So, okay, everybody can see. Maybe you can tap on, you can zoom, or I don't know if it's okay for you. So you are going to take the new page and you're going to maybe flip your journal on the horizontal and you're going to copy this image. So for some people, maybe will be drawing a line. For some people will be understanding the color, the shading. For the moment, there is, we have Deborah who can't enter. I'm so sorry today. Are you? Okay, I'm sorry, maybe there is. I don't know how to manage. Okay, we are going to take maybe 2 minutes to copy this. And while we talk, I'm going to take the, I don't know why. So take the time to look, and while you draw, notice, like try to keep the sensation we have during the meditation of being totally present and feeling your energy, your flow from the inside, and try to really stay in the observation. And I'm sorry, I'm just taking, why did I do this today? I'm sorry, maybe, okay. Okay. We are halfway through. And this exercise is like very useful because during the lesson we did on Zoom, and also some one-on-one lesson I did with some of you, I realized that sometimes copying a drawing or a painting or something can be a source of shame. Okay, sorry, this is, okay, Deborah is arriving. So can be a source of shame. And the fact of copying sometimes can be a very good warm-up exercise, and also a way to understand some techniques and understand what we like and learn something. And also, like, you don't need to make it like your final drawing. When you copy, it's just something you learn, you apply, and then you leave it back. You don't continue copying every day, but once you copied, it will help you to, how do you say, to integrate some techniques. Okay, let's see if Deborah is arrived. Deborah, I hope you are here.
Yes, I am.
Ah, yes, you have. I'm so sorry for the technical problem, but you and Chiara were outside while we meditated, but you just lost the meditation, and we are taking some minutes to copy this drawing. It's a painting from French, yet New York-based now, Nicole Eisenman. I saw this painting at the Biennale in Venezia, and I was like, ah, so beautiful. And I choose this because I spent like 1 hour choosing what to have you all copy, and I couldn't choose that. I think that this has a very good mix of shading and colors, but also drawings, because the bodies are very like those big feet, and I think everybody can find their own pleasure in this drawing. And there is no kids, so I couldn't, because it's a little bit of, we don't know what's happening, but okay, just little less than 1 minute. And for those who are using colors, maybe sometimes it's fun to discover new way of putting colors together, or only using different color, but discovering a kind of shading. Okay. So when we copy, what does it happens? We take something from the outside and we take it inside, because we interpreting it, and then we put it on the paper again, so on the outside again. I'm sure that despite of the techniques, everybody will have a different drawing, even if we all copied the same image. And this is because we look for what we need to learn. So sometimes for some people can be a pattern, can be a line. And so what I'm going to take off this image because time is up. What we are going to do, I want to come back to, yes, okay. Hello everybody again. These technical problems are my cross. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to take like shake it off, you copy it, you stop, everybody stop, you shake it off. And now you are going to cover what you just copied, okay? Cover it. And we are going to take 30 seconds. Okay, cover what you just did, close your eyes, try to remember what you just saw. And we are going to take 30 seconds, maybe, and you're going to draw it again with memory. Go. It's a big time shifting because before we took a little bit more of the time to copying it because we have technical issues, but 30 seconds and take the time to do it. I will send you I will post maybe the image on the Patreon and I will send it to you. Okay, maybe 30 is too short. Take more 30. Okay, 1 minute in total. Don't look at what you did before. Try to manage it. What are the details that pop to your memory? The memory, for most of you already know because we work a lot on it, but for our new student, memory is a very big part of the graphic journaling. Okay, now we are doing. Memory is a very big part of the graphic journaling because when you draw your day, it's like you are hooking on memories, and the more you draw and the more you live also your life in a very different ways, because now sometimes maybe some of you can confirm, you say, okay, I want to draw this, this happened, it's crazy and I want to draw this. So it's like, it's funny to mix always what we have in the mind and what we put on paper and so on. So we are going to go on with another warm-up exercise before going deep into our exercise of today. And the drawing exercise warm-up of today, as you can see, I managed to put all the exercise in a box, so now I can have this kind of, all the exercises are like this. I'm very organized, like a teacher. So we are going to do some exercise with some kind of did it. Do you remember, some of you, the character gem? Like we have a list of character and everybody write this and we go for it. The thing is that sometimes those kind of exercise, when we have a time frame, the time frame allows us to dare, on peut oser, because even if you go and it's scary doing some kind of drawing, the fact that you have like just 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, you just stick to the time frame. And even if it's difficult, you know that in a moment the time frame will ring and you will have to stop. So why not going for it? So today we are going to do a face gem. Is a way of owning our gesture with face, since we work quite a lot on character, because we work on memories, because we work on our life, on our journal, and often we are. How we are going to do it? Okay, we are going to divide we will need like 9 section of the page. And how will you do it? You're going to trace 1 and 2 vertical line to make 3 columns, and then you're going to trace 2 horizontal line to make to divide these 3 columns in 3. So at the end, I guess you will have 9 sections. And what we are going to do, will be in each section, we will draw like a face, but also like until here, like you see in those images in Zoom, I guess. We will need, you know, like the ID picture, you know, we will need the face and neck and a little bit of the shoulder. Don't start yet, because what we are going to do is like, we are going to make it like in a, how do you say in English, like in a chain. So we are going to start with a time frame of drawing 9, so in each section, 9 head and neck and shoulder shape, just empty shapes. So you can do like the face and then the neck, or you can just do one line. You can change shape and sides for each section. So 30 seconds will be, I guess we have to go 30 seconds, 9 heads, shapes with the shoulder and the neck. And just go for it like you. The thing is, the more you will do it, it would be fun to have the time and do just this, like, because the more you'll do and the more your hands get warm, and not just today, like every day. The more you drew, okay, the more you drew and the more your hands will be free of going and like be free of not being afraid of, I don't know how to do it. You just, like in every form of mastering any technique, like you need to practice. If you play the guitar, you need to practice the chords. If you run a marathon, maybe you have to start run around the block. And so now we are going to take, I will give you a little bit more because this is very fun. How can I do it? We are going to take 1 minute 30, and now you're going to draw 9 set of ears. There is some of you I know that don't like having ears on their face, but okay, 1 minute and a half, 9 set of ears. So you see the shape of the face and you go with the ears. Can be any size, any shape, like can be animal ears, can be, you know, it's your journal, so it's your room, it's your place, you do whatever you want. Nobody will tell you if it's good or not. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Okay. And now, I guess this is my favorite part. Now you understand why. You are going to take 2 minutes and a half to draw 9 set of hair, like hairdo, how do you call? Every face can have a different 2 minutes and a half. Enjoy. Can be short, and also you can draw, you can also change style for each drawing. And the aim for this kind of exercise is like having fun, or at least not having the pressure of doing something perfect. Because when you do your graphic journaling, there is the mix between, okay, the memory, working on our memories, but also on being easy on drawing what we want to tell. Okay, 1 minute to go. Okay, now we are going to take 1 minute 30 to draw 9 sets of eyes. Don't draw the eyes, okay? Go. Okay, 43 seconds. Okay, so you made the eyes, and now I love this part too. We are going to take maybe 1 minute 30. I guess it's okay because I guess it's a nice time frame. I'm going to take 1 minute 30 to draw 9 nose, but you are not allowed to draw a nose. So what you're going to do, at least you have to, in this 9 nose, at least you must have one number, like as a nose, or one letter as a nose, one scribble, like one strange shape, or a punctuation mark, or a small object, or 3-letter word, anything but not a nose. Let's go. Because the nose, for most people, is the most difficult. It's the thing that can stop when you realize, and you are a kid and you draw, and then you realize you want to make a face and you realize you can't draw a nose, sometimes can make you think you can't draw. But nose can be so many different shapes. There are a lot of illustrators I like. I guess that Gemma Correll do this too, like drawing the nose as a little hand, like a little 3-finger hand. I guess it's very funny. Take 5 seconds to go. After I want to see those, because I want to know which word did you put, everybody. If you put a little word and the nose, I'm so curious. Now, as you may understand, may imagine, is like 9 set, or 9, no set, is not a set, 9 mouth. So 1 minute and a half, let's go. And draw the mouth all in the face you did. "45 seconds. Okay. Okay, so now everybody has 9 people in front of them, maybe different people, maybe the same, I don't know. The thing which is, it's funny, oops, sorry, is like what we are going to do next is drawing the eyebrows. Before you start, you will notice, some of you are more used to drawing than others, but I think it's very basic drawing. You will notice that eyebrows are story activator. Like the way you will draw the eyebrows will change the expression in this face you drew, and also will tell a different story. And the thing that is funny is like sometimes when we draw, we create, we tell our story, and but also sometimes when we just draw for drawing, like maybe when we did the exercise with the scribble and the monster, sometimes it's not even like we create the stories, like the story come up and tell us something about our feelings of the moment. And I think it's always like like we said the other time, I guess, like leaving the door open to the unknown when we start drawing, like enjoying what may happen. So 1.5 minutes, and put your eyebrows, and maybe we'll have different things happening. And these eyebrows will decide the mood. But also maybe this will tell you something about your mood of the day, or okay, 25 seconds. Okay, so how do they look? What's happening in those faces, in those photo booths you just drew? Do you want to say funny? And is there in those people you drew like someone who just lose their job? Can you find someone who just lose their job? Is there, yes. Is there someone who can go to the loo, to the toilet? Like constipated. You have a constipated? Yes, Rebecca has one. I can see she's. And is there someone in love in your drawing? Yes, I see Geraldine say yes. Everybody, Barbara also. And I wrote down like, is there a drunk one?
There
A little drunk. And so is there some people there like that, maybe if they're not the same, they look like they may interact with each other, like maybe someone is pissed and the other is angry. Yes, what we are going to do now, so is like choosing, you can draw from, but the exercise will be more funny if you just maybe you will redraw, but we are going to keep those expressions that you can read from those 9 drawings. We are going to take 4, and we are going to turn the page, and we are going to draw a little, how do you say in English, a little photo booth set of 4 pictures. So you're going to draw a long rectangle divided in 4, okay? And you will divide it like in 4 with an horizontal line, and you will draw a little inner frame for each square you will have, each section you will have, like you have 4 different pictures. And what we are going to do is like drawing like a sort of photo booth. What I wrote down in my exercise papers is like, I would like you to experiment like the same character, playing with the face, playing with the eyebrow, and make a serious and a surprise and a laugh and a cry. But don't, I will tell you every time, so you don't need to remember. You're going to take 1 minute to draw the first face. You can take one of these characters you just drew if you want, or one brand new, or yourself, I don't know. This is up to you. But the first one, 1 minute to make a serious face. Very serious face that you have to keep it for your ID. You know, when you can't have your expression. And use all the, you can also use a strange nose, or, but think about the eye, the mouth, but also the eyebrows. 30 seconds to go. Okay, and now second drawing, second picture of the photo booth, same character, but a surprised expression. Go. I just see the message from Justine. Everybody looks judgmental in mine. Sometimes it depends on our mood, or this is the thing I was saying before. Sometimes you just go with the drawing, and the drawing mirror to you the mood you are having. Maybe you're not because you're judgmental, but maybe, I don't know, you know, or you feel judged by your drawing. I don't know. Okay, stop. Third picture of the photo booth. Now you can choose to draw a very two opposite expression that sometimes can be similar. Like you can make a face, your character laughing or crying. It's like, try to, I don't know, find the, okay, 1 minute, go. Okay, perfect. So the last one, you are going back to the serious, to the face we need for the ID. 1 minute, go. $25 seconds to go. Yes. So now I guess that you will have this little progression, not sure about the word, of expression, and what probably in this page, so maybe you do it like this. So I imagine that you have some blank space around or above or on the bottom. You are going to take the blank space around, wherever you have space, to just write down some little things. Like we are using those expression and this sequence you just created to create a small story, and just to create it like you look it, and you are going to answer some question like what are those pictures for? This person who is there taking those pictures, the IDP picture, what are they for? We take 30 seconds. You can just write down some, I'm sorry. Okay, just write down like as a little list or a little, like you look at them and you say, what's happening? What is this for?
The whole panel or just one picture at a time?
No, maybe you have this whole picture, like the four, like they were a picture from a photo booth. It's okay. And so on the side, you look at them and just for a ton of V, I can't. You can write why this person is in the photo booth taking the ID picture. Why? What is for? Is it for? I don't know. Why is there? Okay, so it sounded so. The second thing is like what happened in the second picture, like why you was surprised, what did happen. Maybe you remember that you forgotten something or something outside happened. What was who created this this expression of surprise. Ooh. Okay, and last question is like just more open, so everybody can, I think, find their own meaning. Is like what is this story, the story here, and what is your point of view? What are you looking? Why you see this person? Where are you looking this scene from? This picture, you find the picture, you were there, you were the one who surprised these people, you are the people taking the picture. A little bit if like, and don't think too much about it, just feel it, and the image you come to you, follow them. It's not something you need to construct and force. It's not a story you have to force. It's just you let the drawing take you by the hand and take you to the story. Okay, so so we are warmed up. We drew, we memorize, we create, we see a story, we see an image, we have had a little rounded warming up. Today I wanted to work those are very strange times, and the graphic journal sometimes can be a very cool place to get off our chest all our stress or our anxiety and fear or sadness or whatever. Those days are very strange, and there are a lot of changing coming up, and so a lot of people resisting all this change. And sometimes for me, I get like, fuck, but getting angry to the fact of the world, even if you are the chance to live in a big city, you have you can go manifest, not like me who are in La Rochelle and nothing happens, but like even if you can act on those facts, you can change the past. Never, even for your life or for political things, whatever you feel, you may feel stressed about. It's not to something in particular. It can be, if sometimes you can feel stressed for something, and we think that are some external factors that can get us stressed, but very often, I guess, tell me if you think different, or it's like the meaning that we give to those facts that stress us. Like sometimes we feel that we are overwhelmed, or that we are we have even on things we live in the past, we are overwhelmed, or just we couldn't control something, or whatever the meaning you can give to any source of stress you may have. So if we resist what happened, we will for sure feel bad. Like if you, this mean like, even if you have a memory which is not very cool, we don't like, and you resist, and you're like, this shouldn't be happening, this will create only a lot of like stress and not feeling good. And in drawing can be the same, in drawing the graphic journal can be the same, because we can't change the past, and we can fight a reality who's already there. Like when I say fighting, is like saying this shouldn't be happening, this is not good. What we can change is what we do, is how we react to things, and what action we take according to those things. So can be protesting, can be changing ourselves, can be see ourselves, can be make peace with our past, because we work on it and we recognize that sometimes bad things lead us to good things. I don't know. So the thing is, when we come up with a different meaning to the stressful things we live, we change our approach to the life, because we are not fighting something in the past which you can't, but we are going on a proposition on the future. And how this applies to your graphic journal and to your artistic production, it applies because when you come up with a new meaning, with a new message, with a new action, your art, your production will carry a message, and your message will be what will change the situation. So can be, if you're an illustrator, you carry a message for everybody, but in our case, for the graphic journal, can be, we find a way of carrying a message for us in the present, according to us in the past. So the exercise I want to do today is like when we recognize what is the situation we make us stress us, and we decide that we can change our message, we can go further. And like when I want to adapt since I knew that there were some new people that are coming to the graphic journaling, I want to take an exercise that most of you already know, like our schema, I don't know how to say in English, our grill, no, it's not the same, our way to draw our journal of the day. Do you remember when we do the diagram of the cross, and I saw, I did, I heard, and my question? I'm going to explain it very fast. When you try to make sense of your past, like it's a not very far past when it's a graphic journal, maybe it's yesterday or maybe it's the day you just passed, but a very quick exercise to do is to divide your page in 4 and then take 30 seconds or 2 or 3 minutes, it depends on your time, and write a list of the thing you saw during the day and the things you did on the other side. And then on another part, you just take 30 seconds to write down something you heard that you liked, and then write down maybe something you had in mind, the question you have in mind. So when you make this kind of list, you go in your memory and you take the highlight and you put there. And so there you just, when you want to draw your graphic journal, you just have to pick something and decide to draw. So what we are going to do today is like, we are doing this kind of exercise, but for our whole life. We are going to go make those lists for our whole life. How? So starting, for those who don't know, you take your page, you trace one vertical line in the middle and one horizontal line, maybe a little bit lower than the middle. So you will have 4 sections, like 2 columns in the up and 2 square in the back. First column on the upper left side, you will write I did. The second column on the left, you will draw. Sorry, the first is on the left, à gauche, and then on the right you will make this column, and the title is I saw. Okay, so it's not, doesn't matter it's left or right, but like you have one I saw and one is I did. For the bottom section, you will have to write this title, like something has been said about you. This is the second, and then the other bottom section, you will write the title, some question, or just write a question mark just to remember, then I will tell you. So often what stays in our brain and then often come back is the past, who maybe hurt us or maybe was funny, it depends. But sometimes the thing is that all the emotion, when you keep, they come to you, you keep them with you, and then they go away if you integrate them. So good emotion, everybody want to do this, like, oh, this is a very good memory. I stay with the memory, I feel the memory goes away. Often with the shitty memory, what we do, maybe not everybody, or maybe with not all the memory, we do like, oh, the fucked up memory, I don't want to see it. And the memory will come back again and again and again until the day we take it, we see it, and then it can go away. So mixing this kind of exercise you can also do applying to political things that are happening or everything. now here we are in the graphic journaling, so we work on ourselves, but working on our stress will make the whole life and the whole world better. So if we start from the point that we recognize that we can't control events of the past, we just can choose how we relate to them. We can choose the meaning of this past event, and then we can choose what we want to do with this. Making this kind of exercise will help us to have a list handy of things that we want to go deeper. So first, I think we are going to take maybe 3 minutes for the first column, maybe 2 minutes. Usually the first column is about, we take 7 items on this list. So if 7 is too much, maybe you can do 5. So the first is like what you did. You try to close your eyes and you go back to the first memory, and then from this one you put your list on the paper going further. So okay, what you did in your life can be also uninteresting memories, or can be good memories. Doesn't have to be bad memories for sure. And maybe once you have this kind of tool, then you can always do this kind of exercise. Sometimes when we do this, we cover 24 hours. Now we are covering all our life. Okay, 1 minute to go. Try to don't get stiff, like you draw, you write down your list and you breathe. And if you feel some tension in the body, every time you can just bring your attention, as we did at the beginning, like you bring your consciousness from the inside, you feel the energy, you feel the part to stand from the inside, and you breathe in this part. 30 seconds to go. Okay, so we are going to take the same time to draw on the other side the second column with the title I saw. So you stay and then you go back to the first memory that you can recall, and then you make a list. Let's go for all the things you saw. That don't try to push it, to force it. Just close your eyes and maybe one image will pop up, and then you follow this image and then another. And it's just for you. Nobody's reading this list, so you can go the more intimate you want, because it's on your journal, which is your royaume. And there is no right or wrong memory. There is no one thing more important than other. Sometimes you have to trust what your inner, maybe subconscious, or I don't know how you want to call it, is like what your brain telling you, maybe with image. You just can trust this, like some instinct. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Okay, now we are going to take 30 seconds to write in the lower section where you write the title I heard, and you are going to write not something you heard like in the television, the podcast, like we do in the journaling, like, see, this is a nice quote. No, now we are going to, if you can, at least one or more if you need it, write down something has been said to you about you that you feel that in some kind of way defined you, like someone told about you to you that you believed, whether this is true or not. 30 seconds, but sometimes somebody told you something and you keep this as a belief, like, okay, I'm like this, or I feel this and I do this, I don't know, but something you heard about you that had a meaning. Can be an uplifting things, but can also be things that maybe gave you insecurity or gave you a bad image of yourself, or I don't know. Okay, so we have, if you have finished, or take your time, but the last thing, the question you want to add in this section is like something you always wanted to ask during your childhood. Maybe as an adult you have the answer, but your past is something you wondered. Okay, let's go 30 seconds. And you have the title to this section, so you can always go back to this exercise if you need some more minutes or more, yes, more time. Okay, so for those who never did it, this kind of exercise, when we do it for the day, we take this list and then we choose the part we want to draw from the list, and then we take the time to draw our day, to draw our memory. In this case, since it's like you covered your whole life in these 5 minutes, what we are going to do is like take a moment to read your list. Maybe go pick something that you want to work on, something that make you cringe. Don't pick, you can, if you want, pick a very easy memory, but can be useful, since our graphic journal is a place we uncover and we discover ourselves. Look at your list, and what you're going to do is to choose one thing from this list, but we are not going to draw right away. what we are going to do is like take the page after, and you are going to draw a very big X, like 2 diagonal lines, like this and like this, just to don't have a blank space. And in those sections, you are going to go deeper on the memory you choose from your list. So since we don't have a lot of time, but what we are going to do, we are going to take like 1 minute 30, and what you want to do is like take this memory and go deeper, and like you make the list from the list, but it's not a list because you have this cross, and you can write on the one side, on another side. It's not so like, it's not the grocery list we do when we recall the things. It's more like you follow your memory, and you have this that appears, and this, all the things that are related, and there are maybe bigger things and smaller things. It's like a little constellation around this memory you choose. 1 minute 30, go. Okay, 20 seconds to go. Okay, I don't know if you managed to finish the all the thing is that all the stress that we can have in our life, and when it's impossible to take action because we are fighting with the past that we want to change and that we can't. What happens is that maybe very often we don't see this negative like boulder, I don't know, and so we shape we make choices and take action from a place that is just to avoiding sometimes pain and a bad memory. Or so the thing is, the more we work on this, and the more we will be more like more true to what we are, also to take action. It can be action in our life, but also like on some politics or issues, or what we are going to do if you have finished your list is that we don't have time to draw today, because what I wanted to do, and maybe you tell me, you can unmute yourself if you think since we are meeting one on another, not every week, what you can do is like the suite, how do you say my English, after this kind of list, what you are going to do is to draw this memory. Like, you make a list, you choose the memory, you went deeper in your like constellation of what composed the memory, and now what you are going to do is you are going to draw this memory, and what you're going to do is to create the scene. So you want to create a composition like we saw the painting, we started copying this at the beginning of the class. Like you want to create a scene, like you want to create a background and the person and there is you in this memory and everything. Before starting, what you want to do is you take a new page, you will draw, you take maybe 5 minutes with a timer and you draw a frame to this drawing before starting the drawing. Like you prepare a space to contain what you are going to draw. So maybe we can try this experience we never experienced, like homework, like you're doing this outside of our class. I think it can be very fun. Then there is another passage, another step to this exercise that will come after you drew. So I think that what can be fun, if you agree, is that you will have this week to prepare your drawing. Maybe you will need some more time to write down some of the memories, or I don't know, but you have 1 week to make your memory in the frame, and then we can finish the exercise next Sunday. Like if you don't want to send me the drawing, it's okay, because it's like intimate, but next Sunday, when you have finished your drawing, you will send me a message, like on the Instagram or on the Patreon, and you say, okay, I've done my drawing, what can I do next? What do I do next? And I will tell you the other passage. I think it can be fun, but no pressure, is not the school. So if you don't feel like doing it, if you don't like to draw outside, or you want to do it but you can't finish or whatever, it's okay. You tell me, say, no, I didn't do it, and you will be punished. No, I'm joking, and it will be okay. What do you think? Let me know. Unmute yourself.
I just have a question. Do we have to make only the drawing, or can we put some words? Can we write?
In this case, you will do only drawing, no words,
Okay.
because the exercise, you will know after why, but you just will create an instantaneous picture of this memory. The best things also, like for taking the distance from any memory that can be like difficult to deal with, is like you are in the present and you are drawing yourself in the past. So the past you from this memory is in the picture, because you are just the observer. You are from, like, you have a camera to the past, and so you are just observing and you see.
Okay, so it must be a drawing very realistic.
I know, not I know for you, but nobody draw realistic. What you can do is that you try and you try the best you can be also. Yeah, I guess I'm going to put also the past, now that I know how to do, I will put also the past class. You took some already of the past class. Did you already took the one with the exercise to build the character?
Not yet.
From Ava Brunetti? Okay. If you have the time to take the past, maybe you have some exercise, but even if you didn't take all the class, the thing is, the graphic journal is your place. Even if you draw like just very basic shape, it's okay, because it's your place and it's your practice. The more you practice, the more you will find your way of expressing. Even if you keep just sticky figures, it's okay. But the thing you want to do is, like, even in sticky figures, you want to be accurate about what you're seeing and recreating it. even if you need to make like a collage. Like if you are in a room, maybe you can print a room from the internet and you can also do this, but drawing, mixing the two, I think drawing is better, but if it can help us using a picture as a reference, I guess there is no problem. And the thing is, this kind of exercise is more than having a good drawing, more than having the masterpiece, the piece of art that is very good, is more about how we express ourselves and how we own what we are living, how we see it, and when we do it with the image, is not the same that writing. Is like because you need to recreate, to translate this image on the paper. And so I guess it's more reliving it, like when you are a kid and you play, and it's less less fast maybe, but very useful. Va bene? It's okay?
So for this exercise, it's like if we have to catch a memory.
Yes, you made your list, your grocery shopping list of the past. You choose one and you create your little constellation, everything you have. The thing is, the reason we do this kind of list, and now we have expanded this list, is that you don't have to think about what you see, because you draw down, you write down before. So maybe you have I don't know, I made the cake when I was 6 with my grandma, imagine. So then you are going to write down green apron, or tasted good, wooden spoon, I don't know, everything you write down, all the image you have in the mind, you write it down in the X page. So the thing is that, like, it's not like I have a memory which is abstract and I have to directly translate this memory which is abstract into an image. Chi è che sta andando? Ciao, bye bye. Ciao, ciao. You have the replay. We have almost done. Okay, ciao. So the thing is that the way of working with this kind of list, like also in the graphic journal, is especially for make it simple. I'll explain. You have the image in your mind, like I made the cake. Okay, it's abstract, but you write down. So you use like your logic, and then you say, okay, green apron, sweet, I don't know, wooden spoon, and all the things. And then there is this music, and then I jumped, and I don't know, all the things that happen. So do this and you put on paper. So when there is the moment of creating the image, you have already a filter. You don't have to go tap in your memory to create the image. You have finished with this part. You're not tapping in the memory and making an archives of those images. No, you're just going to tap in a list. And so maybe, okay, my grandma had a green apron. I guess that this you can draw, you know, and we were in the kitchen, was like this and like that. And it's more easy to do it from a list. It's like you are breaking down the process, the creative process. Then maybe when you are more used to it, you don't often need to do the list. Sometimes you can just go for the drawing, but making the list take a weight off the shoulder of the creating a drawing from something which is very difficult to access because it's the memory. You just create a drawing from a list of things you want to put inside. Does it make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So next week, homework. So funny. And so you will do, Deborah, do the homework. And so like you will do this, and then we will go further. And sorry, we are a little bit past the time, since it's 8 for some of you, for most of you. Another question, Kim, are you okay? Okay, even with my English, but I guess it's okay. What time is there where you are?
It is 2 p.m., 2 in the afternoon.
Ah, okay, 2 in the afternoon, okay. Here it's like 8, and it's Deborah, it's like, what time is it in Brazil?
Let me see. It's 3 p.m.
3 p.m. and then there is
Yes.
Venezuela too, and then UK. We are all different timing, but I guess we are done for today. If you don't have something more to add. Siamo ok? Siamo al top? Ok. See you next week by message, and enjoy this week.
Thank you.
Grazie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Ciao.